We interrupt your regular carousel of music on North Star Radio to bring you Mark Mercer's A Very Loving, Caring, and Sharing Christmas End of the World Special.
In a world gone mad, this is Loving, Caring, Sharing.
Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, at Christmas time, it's Christmas time.
Have a holly jolly end of the world as we know it.
Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, at Christmas time, it's Christmas time.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy
End of the world as we know it.
Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, at Christmas time, it's Christmas time.
better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming.
End of the world as we know it.
Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, at Christmas time, it's Christmas time.
Rocking around.
End of the world as we know it.
Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, at Christmas time, it's Christmas time.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it
End of the world as we know it.
Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas,
Here we go again.
There we go, baby. That's right. It's Christmas time. Welcome to Mark Mercer's Very Loving, Caring, and Sharing Christmas End of the World Special. Brought to you live and exclusively on North Star Radio. Well, we got the gang all assembled. Everybody's here. I'm here. And the internet's working. Can you believe it?
Finally. That's great.
Hallelujah. Well, we really had quite a day, didn't we, Scotty?
Yes.
How would you describe today? In a word. All right, in 2 words. All right, I'll give you 5.
Frustrating.
Frightful.
Yeah? Pain in the neck?
Yes.
Disappointing? Frantic? Yeah? Okay. How about you, Kenny? What would you say? How would you describe our...
Let's see. I ran every red light from Fiesta to Ben Salem.
It's
down
been-
on everybody's can.
Yeah, no,
all the way down.
It's been mayhem. But you know what? There's been some really good things that have happened, even though it's been a mayhemish, crazy kind of end of the world Christmas kind of a day.
Mayhemish.
Mayhemish.
Is that
Yes.
Jewish?
Yeah,
Yeah, well.
it's Amish. Yeah, and of course Georgie showed up with pizza.
Yeah, pizza, yeah.
Thank you, George. That was
No
delicious.
problem, yeah.
That was. What was that place called again?
It's Old Roman Pizza on 513. What is 513? Huonville Road in Best Salem.
Is that right? That was really delicious. I especially want to thank you.
That's your Christmas bonus, by the way.
Thank you. I expected dead fishes on the pizza for the Christmas bonus this year.
There's some chocolates here on the table, too.
Oh, really? Covered in anchovies?
Just save me one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Kenny, grab one of those for me, quick. For Georgie. Come on. Look at the gut on that guy.
chocolate? Yeah,
Thank you, Tyler. All right. Well, listen, it was chaotic today, I think we could say.
Yes.
And yet it all seemed to come together. You know, I remember right before we ate, it occurred to me, George, we need you to pray, man. And so George lays out this eloquent, short, and to-the-point prayer. I mean a prayer of faith. Am I right?
All
It was a prayer,
business.
am I right? It was
All
a prayer of
business,
faith. And it was
that's
like,
it.
okay, it's all going to work out. We're not going to worry about it. Scott's sitting here and he's rubbing his bald head. He's like, this isn't going to work. This, Mark, you have done it again. You have
You got to
lost
have faith, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta it's all about faith.
I know.
it.
Yeah.
Or pulling a rabbit out of your hat.
Yeah, or other places. Yeah, it's been really difficult, and so
Keep it
you know.
clean.
But you know, thank goodness we have. I personally thank goodness. No, I don't thank goodness. I thank the Lord above that I've got a crew I can count on, and not just you guys, but my guys all around the world who are joining us here tonight at Mark Mercer's A Very Loving, Caring, and Sharing Christmas End of the World
End
special.
of the world.
Now, you guys do understand what that's about, right? That's the end of the world, right? You're aware of it. Okay, just want to make sure. All right. Now, the reason we're even able to do this tonight is because of my illustrious producer, Daniel Davison. Daniel, thank you for all the work you've done today, buddy. I appreciate it. Unmute yourself, goofball.
Hello?
Where is he?
Steve.
He's not there. All
He
right.
went to the kitchen.
He's
muted.
I was no. I was just going to tell you it's the end of the world, so I'm not here.
Oh, that's right. Right, because he's ahead of us. He's gone.
That's right.
Well, anyway, I want to thank
He's on the other side.
Thank you, Daniel.
I want to thank the spirit of Daniel Davison for making it all possible for us. And, of course, we're joined by none other than the one and only my co-host,
Kenny's
Steve
watching
Deloach.
UFC. Kenny, we got a show going on.
Sorry. These guys, they're monkeying around. Anyway,
We're talking.
what, Steve, what are you doing?
He's watching.
He's watching a football game. I'm going to kill you.
I'm sitting here waiting for the commotion to stop so I can talk.
I know. It's like
not
these guys.
going to happen.
I can't get anybody to behave.
Here's the problem. Once we stop talking and Steve starts talking,
Right. That's it. We're done.
The end.
It happened last Christmas, didn't it? That's right. You remember.
Dribble.
Anyway, everybody, I'm very pleased and grateful to have on board for tonight's special program Steve Deloach. Steve, how are you, buddy?
I'm just great, Mark, and I'm so glad to have you here and to have all of the gang here for a very special end of the world Christmas special.
It really is special, isn't it? I mean, we've got people joining us tonight from literally around the world, don't we?
That's right.
Yes,
everywhere.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And Mark, can I just say you're the special one?
Oh, am I? I didn't know that. How, what do you mean? Like special
oh, yeah,
ed?
Yeah. You're the one that went to school on the short bus.
I did. That's right. That's right. I'm the special ed kid, and I thank you, Daniel, for pointing that out. Well, we are joined by some people from far around the world tonight. Steve, why don't you tell everybody who all's joining us by way of the internet?
Well, we've got people, as Daniel said, from all over the world. Of course, Daniel's in England. I'm here in Arkansas. You're up in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Philadelphia. We're at Cleaver's Garage.
Bill Lumen here from Waco, Georgia.
Bill.
Yes. Bill,
Hi,
are you
Bill.
there?
Bill, how you doing?
I'm here and I'm highly motivated.
Oh, there's the highly motivated Christmas voice I've been waiting to hear. How you doing, buddy?
I'm still waiting for the end of the world.
Well, you be patient. We're going to get there. It's going to happen. It is.
I kind of rely. I don't necessarily rely on the Mayans. I kind of rely on Revelations and God's Word.
Oh, you're one of them, huh? Ah, a skeptic.
I'm one of them Christians.
You're a skeptic. Okay. All right. We got ways to deal with you. Believe me, by the time the show's over, you're going to wish the world was over. Anyway, Steve, Bill, we're going to get back to you. I'm going to see. There are people listening in tonight from all around the world. I mean, everywhere.
I heard that Scotty's giving away a free oil change to the person farthest from this broadcast.
That's right. That's exactly right. And
you have 2 weeks to redeem it.
Right. He's in Australia.
Just ship your car over.
Steve, who else we got joining us tonight?
Well, we have with us tonight none other than the illustrious Wild Bill for America.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Merry Christmas,
I'm
Bill.
doing good. Now that I finally got the dogs to quit howling after that introduction you guys subjected us to.
Yeah, that was subjecting.
That was free, too.
It was a little rude, wasn't it? It was long.
It was Mark's idea.
It was my idea. Well, Bill, I can't tell you how glad I am to hear your voice again. It's been a long time, and I'm going to actually get right back to you guys in terms of telling everybody who's listening in, who is this Bill Lumen? Who's this Wild Bill for America guy? We're going to get right back to you guys in a minute. But we have somebody else joining us, don't we, Stephen?
That's right.
Who could that be?
We have Tim Abbott and the entire Arcanamundi group coming to us from Austin, Texas. We're going to be listening to some of their music tonight, and we're actually going to be listening to some of their music performed live here on the End of the World special.
Nice. Tim, welcome.
You spare no expense for the end of the world. I'll tell you that.
How you doing, Tim?
Hello, everyone. We're doing wonderful.
Hey, Merry Christmas, buddy.
We got some live. Merry Christmas to y'all.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, no kidding. So Tim, you got your whole crew with you?
Well, mostly we didn't use our drummer tonight because it might have been a little bit too loud.
Oh, you don't like drummers, huh? You got something against drummers?
Yeah.
But Tim does have with him Mark, Brett, and MJ.
Is that right? No, Tim, tell us you guys what they do. Sit there and look at you.
Well, Brett is my backup singer.
Okay.
And that's Brett Barney. And then MJ, Mary Jo Torrance, she plays piano, and she helps with the writing. And she also has her own career on the side, which we'll get around to talking to as we get later in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Mark Epstein. He's my band leader, and he plays bass and guitar, and he'll be playing guitar tonight. And he has another show he has to go to right around 8 o'clock. So we're going to tear into some live music here for you shortly.
Great. But, outstanding.
We're all here. We've been through some rehearsing for this, and we're real excited to be here. We're really happy about it.
I can't tell you how glad I am you're here, Tim. You know, I guess I should go back a little bit in time to a year ago this very day. I landed on North Star Radio, and Daniel very graciously extended to me the offer to hold the return of Loving, Caring, and Sharing on North Star after having had a hiatus of losing my format. And so I decided, I guess it was, what, Daniel, 2 weeks before the show that we came to the conclusion we're going to pull this thing off? Is that about right?
Yep. Something like that, yep.
Yeah, right. So I got a hold of my boys who are here again tonight, Scott and George and Kenny. And Tyler's here, too. Tyler, say hi. You didn't say hi yet.
Hello.
That's it. That's George's boy, Tyler.
Hey,
He's
Tyler.
a great guy. I love this kid. Anyway, the boys came over to my place, and we were frantically putting it all together at the last minute. And before that, I guess it was maybe a month before, Tim, do you remember when we first started bantering back and forth on Facebook? Do you recall how long? I forget how long.
It was about something like that.
Yeah, so we started texting each other, this and that. And then all of a sudden you released this music video. You remember that?
Yes, that was I Like You.
That's right, I Like You, and I liked that video right away. I just fell for it. I was like, I didn't know you're a musician guy. I just thought you're another cigar chomping nut like me. And here he's a full blown musician guy. You know, and I'm like, wow, this is excellent. And then it occurred to me, I wonder if Tim would want to come and have, like, if we could play some of his music on our show. And so he said, yeah, I'll send you a CD. And I'm like, hot dog, we'll have new music to play on our Christmas show. Well, then we get to talking, and Tim's like, well, I'm available. And so next thing you know, we have Tim on the show, my boys, Daniel, and Thomas Vaughn, who I guess was going to, he's texting me now.
All right.
Yeah, he's texting me. Yeah, is that Thomas? No, it's not. It's Steve sending me secret messages. Mark, remember that Tim only has so long, so don't shoot your mouth off for so long because he can't be here all night, you moron. Oh, okay. Did I say that out loud? Oh, all right. Well, anyway, so we did the show, and about halfway through the show, we finally got the right phone numbers out. We were giving out the wrong phone numbers for about the first 45 minutes. You remember that? It was the wrong numbers.
Hey,
No, that was on the third show, Mark.
All right, whatever. It was whatever happened. Steve called in, and we got to talking. And of course, he was all tinny. He didn't have a good microphone and stuff. He was just calling on a regular cell phone. And
I have since fixed that problem.
You certainly have, Mr. Big Mouth. I mean, Mr. Beautiful Voice. You really have. It's tuned up nicely. And Steve called in and basically took over the show, which was really great. It was awesome. And that's what I'm segueing to here, boys. It's Christmas time, as you all know. And Christmas time. That's right. And when it's Christmas time, Christmas time. And when it's Christmas time, we always do what? Think about the people that we love, the ones that we care about, the ones that are.
I think about all the money I spent. What are you talking
about? Okay, we think about the bills too, but that's afterwards. And we think about the things that we want to do for people and the things that we.
Wait.
What's that, Bill?
It's the end of the world. We don't think about the bills now.
Right. Good point.
Run out that credit card.
Yeah, we're off the hook.
I got to get this Pennsylvania guy online.
Actually, the Mayans really screwed up because it was the end of the world in November when Obama was voted president again.
Oh.
Hey.
Now,
hey,
come on.
We have to live with
the Oreo cookie after the Mayan calendar.
Now look. Now look, I know we're all going to be gracious losers. And congratulations to the POTUS on his re-election. Anyway, what I wanted to say, what I wanted to say is that we have. Do you have an extra one of those for me?
No.
Is there 2 in that? Yeah. Can I get one?
There
of
is.
those? Yeah. Let me get one of those. Thank you.
It's time?
Yeah, it's almost time.
Right.
What I wanted to say is this. During this past year, I've been through a lot of personal turmoil, and difficult things have happened. And Steve,
you had to get a job.
Oh, shut up, will you?
It's all about me.
It's all about mock.
Get a job.
Mock.
What are you talking about?
I was just
got a haircut.
Mock.
I was just going to say something really sweet about Steve, and they all jump on me because I'm so vulnerable and easy. That's not the point. The point is that Steve graciously stepped up to the mic. We interviewed him on the show, and then we interviewed him again, and we did segments of what Steve does for a living. Steve, would you tell everybody what it is you do? Because I don't think half the people listening tonight know anything about you.
Well, I organize medical teams that go to the country of South America. I've been doing this for 25 years. We've treated over 780,000 people in our free clinics and are currently working on our schedule for 2013.
How many years you been doing this now?
That's awesome.
25 years.
25 years. And
you're due for retirement then, aren't you, Steve?
I
pastor,
enjoy what I do, so retirement's probably not
till the end of the world. Yeah, it'll be today. Yeah, it'll be today. But if it isn't today, I guarantee you he'll be doing it till he drops dead. That's the truth. But anyway, because Steve has been really gracious in stepping up to the bat. Actually, he kind of took over Loving, Caring, and Sharing for a while there, and we won't go into those sordid details. But he did that, and I'm very grateful for. Yes, he did. But that's besides the point. He did some really great things stepping up to the plate and handling LCS for the last several months. And I want to, by way of a musical thank you, ask my guys here, my boys here, to join me in. We're going to do a special song for you, Steve.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know. It's just for you. And we're going to sing this in what, Scotty? Which key?
I know you're going to be very
every key?
underwhelmed.
We're going to sing this we're going to sing this in every key. So if you guys will just bear with us, we have the words, you don't, so don't bother trying to sing along. Okay? So, Scotty, would you lead us off, please?
On the first day of Christmas.
Wait a minute.
What?
All right, no, not the first day of Christmas. Read it again. Yeah, okay. All right,
What are you talking?
Go ahead,
Come
Fred.
on,
All right.
Come on.
Ready?
On the first day of Christmas, my Stephen gave to me. On the second day of Christmas, my Stephen gave to me 2 fat lips. On the third day of Christmas, my Stephen gave to me 3 Cajun fried turkeys, 2 fat lips. On the fourth day of Christmas, my Stephen gave to me 4 Bowden sausages, 3 Cajun fried turkeys, 2 fat lips. On the 5th day of Christmas, my Stephen gave to me 5 milkshake rolls, 4 loaded sausages, 3 Cajun fried turkeys, 2 fat lips.
Now we're going to speed it up a little bit and just skip right on ahead to 12. On the 12th day of Christmas, my Stephen gave to me. Bowden sausages, 3 Cajun fried turkeys, 2 fat lips, and monkey brains covered in chocolate sauce.
So climactic.
Well done, guys.
Merry Christmas, Stephen.
Yes, I feel very underwhelmed. I mean, very appreciative for the serenade. I can't recall a time when I've been serenaded by so many drunk people from Philly.
We're not drunk.
There's nobody drunk
saying
here.
drunk.
There's no drunking going on here. How dare you?
Okay.
It's all natural.
That's right. It's all natural. Thank you. Yes. Speaking of all natural, we are.
Wait.
Yes.
What was the 5 thing? Because I never could understand what you were saying.
Mulchurals. Natural.
Yeah, multicultural. That thing in South America.
Yeah, I think it's South America. It's an inside joke. I know everybody's going, what's that? What's a mulchural? You'll just have to stay tuned for further details at Loving, Caring, and Sharing. Yeah. All right.
Kenny's in his own world over here.
I know.
He's a hammering the cigar. He's watching the UFC. You got the History Channel on.
American Pickers.
Yeah, Kenny's like barely paying attention to the show. He's participating, but he's barely paying attention. Well, speaking of music, I want to get to Tim Abbott right away, and I want to get to the Bills. But Tim's on a time constraint, so I want to make sure that we get some music in here tonight. Timothy, what do you got in store for us tonight?
We have 4 or 5 songs ready to go here.
Well, how about one for starters?
And what would you like to hear first?
Well, that's a good question. I'll tell you.
How about We Are Not
I want
Alone?
to hear first. I want to hear the acoustic version of We Are Not Alone.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
That's exactly what I wanted. You know what? I'll tell you what, especially in light of what happened in this past week, this has been a devastating week for some people up in Sandy Hook anyway. And I think this is a most appropriate song. Timothy, would you tell everybody a little bit about how you came to write We're Not Alone?
Well, I was in a recording session with Matt Smith, who was producing me and was my co-writer.
You have to speak up a little, Tim. We're having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, okay. I was in a writing session with my producer, Matt Smith, and I approached him with a song that was a little different from this, and he told me to come back to the plate with something a little stronger. It kind of parlayed my sort of spiritual approach to life. And so I came up with this, and I think that I was writing it when the news was on because I was kind of reflecting on, the sad current state of affairs back then when I wrote it. And it kind of transfers to the current day, of course, I was thinking of this song when all that stuff happened. It just kind of popped in my head immediately. Well, we'd like to go ahead and do an acoustic version of this for you.
Great. Okay. Well, look, Tim. Before we get too far, I don't want to be remiss. Would you tell everybody about the CD that it's on?
Sure. The CD is on Our Time Has Come. It's Timothy Abbott and Arcana Mundi, and it's been out on all the digital domains like iTunes, etc., for some time. It's also on the website, which is thearcanamundi.com.
Times I find myself grasping for reasons, cope with the countless senseless tragedies. They play out in the world around us with frightening regularity. I believe in saints, I believe in angels, believe that martyrs shine their light upon my path. A loving God watches over us in the darkness. We are not alone. We are not alone. I have doubts and I wonder, do these gods that rule the earth only dole out suffering when my faith attempts an exit? A bolt of white like clarity comes alive inside of me. I believe in saints, I believe in angels, believe that martyrs shine their light upon are connected. Just one God watching over, goes by many names. Are we two lost in our selfish ways? Until we see the light, maybe then we'll get it right. I believe in saints, I believe in angels, believe that martyrs shine their light upon my path. A loving God watches over us in the darkness. We are not alone. 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 We are not
I tell you what, Tim,
pleasure.
You're one of the very, very few singers that I've ever heard that sounds exactly the same live as you do recorded.
That's true.
Wow.
And I tell you something, that is sheer talent.
Well, thank you. I owe it also to the people I work with. They bring it out in me. Mark and Matt Smith really do really well in the production end of things, and they don't just let me settle for second best. They push me really hard, and it shows up. It's showed up in a lot of the new writing as well that we're doing. I'd like to also do a song that's kind of in connection with that song, We Are Not Alone. It's also off the CD, Our Time Has Come, and it's a song about love and loss, and it kind of in a poignant way, kind of attaches to things that have gone on in the last couple of weeks as well.
Well, why don't you do that now?
We'll do that. This is
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
This is a song called Rain, Rain.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a miracle. We're all connected, aren't we?
God bless you, one and all.
walk alone at midnight. I think my head is on straight. Now lost and gone forever. Just running just a little bit late. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna ever let it go. Walking out the jungle. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna ever let it go. Walking out the jungle. Walking out the jungle. Yeah, walking out the jungle. Yeah, walking out the jungle.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, I've got to say something else. Most bands, you don't get perfect pitch. Now, I suffer from a horrible thing called perfect pitch,
You suffer?
which means I can, you know...
I can fix that.
Anybody that knows perfect pitch knows that you can tell a bum note. I haven't heard a bum note yet. I hate you guys.
Thank you.
It's a lot of hard work. And,
We appreciate
and,
that.
Dana loves you. Don't let him fool you. Well, Tim, do you have another? Do you
I
have
absolutely love it.
Yeah, you know, we're on a roll here, man. I'm really digging your music. Do you have another one lined up for us?
Wait, Ty wants to know something.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We got a couple or three here. We're going to play a couple of new tunes
You
for
have to
you.
get up to the microphone.
This one it's going to take you to another place kind of like the Texas Outback. It kind of gives you that kind of
Oh, yeah.
there, kind of feeling,
Get along,
you know.
little dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in Texas.
Walking after midnight, walking after midnight, looking at 1,001 moons, and the thoughts of someone in my head. Walking after midnight, past the neon and the street lights, out into the country. Gaze into the Milky Way. I don't wanna lose it. Don't wanna lose it. Don't wanna lose it. I don't wanna ever let it go. Walking out the door. Feels like I've lived 100 lifetimes. Inside there's only one but you. I ain't superstitious, but it feels like we've been here before. I was we talking late at night, somewhere on the astral plane. Sit down, my heart is thumping, and I can't seem to keep you away. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna ever let it go. Walking out the door. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna ever let it go. Walking out the door. Walk alone at midnight. I think my head is on straight. Now lost and gone forever. Just running just a little bit late. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna ever let it go. Walking out the door. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna lose this. I don't wanna ever let it go. Walking out the door. Walking out the door. Yeah, walking out the door. Yeah, walking out the door.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he ended it that time. Really nice, Tim. What was the name of that song?
Oh, Sad and Lonesome. We have one that's a little more upbeat that we're going to play next, though. Short and sweet one.
Well, hit it.
You're on. This is, we'll go live a couple more tunes, or three, depending on your time frame and stuff.
Well, it's not our time frame. It's Mark's time frame.
Yeah, go for it. You know, look, I'm going to tell you, we're faking it tonight, all right? Because it's the end of the world. Why be uptight, right? It's Christmas time. Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, oh, Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Ah, hung up. All right, so you got another one for us queued up, Tim?
We still got pizza.
Yeah, we got pizza.
Let's go get more.
Nice. I think that's really excellent.
Wow, great, guys.
Really.
Great.
I can't think of a better end of the world Christmas song than I Lay Bleeding. That's just beautiful. Thank you, guys. Really, well done. Nice. Well, it is Christmas time.
Sing, don't sing. It's Christmas time.
And you are at Mark Mercer's Very Loving, Caring, and Sharing Christmas End of the World Special. Brought to you by my producer, Daniel Davison. Thank you, Daniel, for putting on tonight's show. Appreciate it,
thanks,
buddy. Yeah, really. Good job.
That's okay. In association with Portal AV Limited.
Ooh, well,
That's right.
there you have it. Okay. Well,
we are using their servers.
okay.
That's correct.
Yeah. Now, Timothy, you say you're going to lose Mark. Did you say at the top of the hour?
He's fixing to take off.
Okay. Well,
No.
well, we want to thank him for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Mark.
Tim, are you and Brett and MJ going to stay around?
Did we lose him again?
Not.
Yeah, I guess not. Goodbye. See ya. Is that thing on, Scotty? It is? Oh, okay. That explains it. All right. All right. So anyway, where were we? It's Christmas time.
It's
I know.
Thomas, are you still with us?
Yes, I am still here.
There he is. Okay, all right. Well, we were going to get. I was going to try and pick up after the music to getting back to our other guests because they've been, hanging out, being patient, and I don't want to be remiss, so I'm going to get back to that a little bit. One of the guys that I met a year ago and interviewed was my old buddy Bill Luman. And Bill, would you mind telling everybody a little bit about how that came to? You kind of became kind of a local legend, I guess you could say, down there in Georgia.
Local. I'm continental.
That's right. He's coast to coast. Tell what.
Intercontinental.
Yeah, tell everybody what happened.
Coast and all the way to England.
Yeah. So tell everybody.
What we really need, Mark. I don't need to tell you, but
Yes, sir.
can you focus on Wild Bill? Wild Bill has a message that needs to come out.
Well, of course I can, but and I'm not gonna miss Bill. Don't you worry about that. I'm saving the best for last, buddy. But would you mind telling everybody just tell everybody for a minute about how you came into public domain, as it were?
Well, I highly irritated the current administration by saying I'm not going to hire until Obama's gone.
What? Irritated? You?
And,
say it ain't so.
No, I think I would say irritated.
Okay. And how in
they
the
focused on me with Secret Service and FBI.
well? How did this happen,
And,
Bill? How could such a thing descend upon your life like that?
I posted a picture on Facebook of my trucks,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a service fleet of 5 or 6 trucks. I think it's 6 now.
Uh-huh.
That put the message on the back of my truck that said I'm not hiring until Obama's gone. That was about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And it got the attention of the liberal left. It got the attention of Occupy Wall Street. It
Right.
got the attention of even Wild Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And he started liking me, which was a very high compliment.
Mm-hmm.
And then Secret Service come down to my house, and FBI had a visit they wanted to
For Teen
wanted to
Crumpets?
focus on, and huh?
For Teen Crumpets?
Oh, we didn't have tea.
Oh no. How about
we got sweet tea?
Oh, okay. And crumpets?
Sweet tea.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, and grits.
No, they
Gotcha.
have biscuits.
Yeah, biscuits. I'm sorry.
And grit.
And grits.
With
Okay.
scrambled eggs.
So what happened?
But,
What happened when they
no,
showed up at your door?
They missed breakfast.
Oh,
They missed breakfast. They're
that's-
not early risers, but they were highly professional, and they sit on the back porch.
Uh-huh.
And they explained to me after they went through a 9-page questionnaire, the same one that Ted Nugent went through.
Oh, jeez.
Good old Ted.
Yeah.
That I might pose a threat to the President of the United States.
Oh, really? Because because of what you wrote on your truck?
Yeah, well, anything I would say as a conservative is considered racist.
Yeah, that's true.
right.
You know, it's true. Yeah.
You know.
Anything doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. So what happened?
Well, they left as friends because after they asked me for a permissive search of my house,
Right.
all
were they
three
looking
floors,
for?
and
Evidence.
and then they wanted to look at my Facebook page. They realized that when the third posting on my Facebook page was my dream ticket.
And
my
who was
dream
that?
Ticket for president. Oh, funny you should mention that.
Yeah,
it
who
was
was-
Herman Cain, and I wanted Alan West to be his vice president.
Now, wait a minute. Those are two black gentlemen. Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on a second. You're a racist. How could you possibly vote for black men?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's something to do with me being of Christian heritage.
Uh-huh.
I vote for the caliber of the man, and I do have a Jewish name, Lumen. If anybody does research on that, it is Jewish.
I just don't understand.
I'm what I would consider a beer Baptist.
Right.
You know, I drink once in a while, and I go to church, and
Right.
and I have good friends, and I kind of look past the color as long as they shake my hand and they look me eye to eye.
Right.
I've served with dark green Marines. I've served with light green Marines. I've even served with Latino Marines.
Amazing.
And they all bleed the same color I do.
How about that? Well, who'd have thunk? So what happened? Did they put you in cuffs? Did they taser you? What happened?
No, they actually put the tasers down, and we play poker.
Oh, really?
We're friends now.
Okay, great. And they might even be listening in tonight.
Oh, they are.
We hope so. I
They
hope.
got to make sure they got to make sure I'm
Behaving.
not a threat.
Yeah, well, we want to say hi to our friends down at Quantico. Hello, guys, and welcome to the show. Yeah. That's right. Okay, so since then, your life's been kind of turned upside down a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I've had a few friends here in Georgia that want me to run against Axby Chambliss.
That guy. I've heard of him.
Rhino guy.
Well, he's basically a do-nothing.
know.
He's kind of a do-nothing kind of guy.
Well, he does a lot when it's a small bill,
Uh-huh.
and it makes the people feel good.
Okay.
But when it comes to a big bill,
Mhm.
you know, something that might take away your liberties,
Right.
and he votes in favor of taking away your liberties.
Oh, well, that's always good to hear. So he's a
Yeah, and he
so he's a liberal.
Rhino.
Okay, Rhino. All
Kind of
right.
what we call him down here.
Yeah, right. Republican in name only. Everything else he does is as liberal as you can get. So, all right. So you're going to be running against this guy?
Yes, sir. In 2014.
2014. All right. So you got some movement going, some groundswell activity going on.
Oh yes, sir. We do. Well, I got a lot of friends here in Georgia. I got the GOP backing me, and,
Awesome.
and if the GOP backs me, they don't back him.
Mm-hmm. Now you've got a motto that you're running on too, don't you, Bill?
Which one?
Well, let's
One
see.
term?
The one about we'll work for.
You talking about room and board?
That's
You
it.
Get me up there.
That's it. Room and board. You said you work for room and board. Is
Yeah.
that right? Is that right?
Well, that's the way I think it should be a privilege to serve the people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that. See, I have a lucrative business,
Right.
and I got a good company,
Mhm.
and I got good people in place that can run that company, and I should be able to serve the people for a brief period of time, which is 6 years in the Senate,
Mm-hmm.
and I should be able to come back home and maybe I'll become a millionaire.
Right.
But if you get me up there in D.C., I'll vote the way you want me to vote, and you get me back, and I can make my company run.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck, but I don't believe in luck, so I wish you the Lord's blessing in this, buddy. Now, you were talking about Wild Bill for America, and I do want to get to Bill now. Bill, you still with us?
Please do.
I'm still with you guys.
Hey,
I'm enjoying this show tonight. Thanks for having me on.
I'm glad to have you. Thanks for hanging out with us for this for the evening, and especially given that it's Christmas and the end of the world all wrapped up in one. And I had you on my show last spring, and Bill, perhaps you could just give everybody a little bit about your background, where you come from, what you've done with your life.
Well, my most of my life was spent as a law enforcement officer. I spent most of my time as a deputy sheriff, but I did a few years as a U.S. Marshal.
Right.
And then after I left law enforcement, I used my retirement funds to go to Montana Bible College and then on to the mission field, where I was head of security for a medical mission group, and traveled to West Africa and Honduras, Dominican Republic, and Haiti, building churches, helping people, doing dental ministries, stuff like that.
Jeez.
I just love to travel, and then just a couple of years ago, I decided I wanted to make a difference in the way this country was being run, because there's a lot of liberal politics that is literally bleeding the freedoms out of the United States of America. And so after doing some serious soul searching, I decided that my only real talent is not being able to keep my mouth shut. So I started making YouTube videos.
Right.
And and now 2 years down the road, I'm closing in on 5 million views on my videos, where
Nice.
I basically just take 2 or 3 minutes to just speak what's on my heart and take on the liberal left, and do my best to encourage Americans from sea to shining sea never to give in to despair.
Very
We're
nice.
going to win this fight for the heart and soul of America.
Amen.
Well, Bill, I've seen some of your videos, and I am impressed, to say the least.
Thank you.
Now, where are you located now, Bill?
I'm in the beautiful forests of North Carolina.
Well, there was a time when you were up in Alaska. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep.
But now you're down in North Carolina.
Yeah, I plan on doing a lot more speaking engagements, and North Carolina is a good central location. I can zoom up to Washington, D.C. for rallies in just a day, or I can go all the way down to Tallahassee, Florida, or Atlanta. So I'm in a much better position here to meet with and encourage groups all over this country.
Really? That's outstanding.
Well, now, if someone wanted to subscribe to your YouTube videos, where do they go on YouTube to find you?
My channel is Wild Bill for America, or they can just go to my website, www.wildbillforamerica.com. They can click subscribe there, and then I will send my videos directly to their email.
Excellent.
Well, you are a true patriot. I have listened to some of the things you've said on YouTube and on your website, and I got to tell you, I am impressed.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you. We're hoping to get what's known as the America Day tour going later in 2013 to tour all 48 states with a group of patriots, and our mission is going to be to encourage patriotic Americans, because frankly, a lot of our people are discouraged. They're not happy with the last election. Apparently, voter fraud played a huge role in it, and the last thing we want is our people to get discouraged and stop trying, because the liberal left will never take over this country unless we stop trying. And frankly, I'm going to do my best to keep that from happening.
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
Hey, does YouTube ever give you any problems because you're on the conservative side? I've heard in the past that they've given individuals that are of conservative persuasion.
Only once. One of my very first videos was talking about jihad, and it was called Jihad Works Both Ways, where I really laid down the law and told the Muslims of the world that there's a lot of veterans in this country like me and Bill Lumen. You start trouble here, we will kick your backsides up one side and down the other. And I got put on YouTube probation for that one, but that's the only trouble I've had.
I'm sorry, Wild Bill. I have the highest respect for you, and I stalk your YouTube. I stalk your page, and I post everything you say, even if it has one hit or if it has 1,000. And some of your hits are like 50 and 60,000 hits, and you're like an idol. I want to grow up. I want to grow up to be just like you.
Well, good. Maybe I'll see you in the Senate one of these days. We can give Harry Reid conniption fits.
I'd love to see that.
Now, Bill, I'm curious.
You're meeting with people on a regular basis. Who would you be meeting with there in Washington?
Exactly.
You know who I would be meeting with? I would be holding news conferences exposing the dirty dealings of what's going on behind closed doors. If I was going to introduce a bill, like, for instance, to make to put armed guards in every school in America, I'd first stop right on the steps of the Capitol building and call a news conference, say, here, America, is a bill that I'm marching in today. Keep an eye on this. Don't let them shut it out behind closed doors. And then I would go in with the American public behind me to start introducing bills.
Nice.
You know, the guy that made the Jihad movie out in California, he was actually placed in jail because of his content of his movies, I guess.
That's right.
What do you feel about the overall, basically, freedom of speech and such? Are we intact? Do you think we're going to continue to have the freedom of speech that we should be able to be enabled with according to the Constitution?
Well, the first two amendments to the Constitution, freedom of speech and worship and private ownership of guns, are at the top of the liberal hit list. Those are the two they would love to do away with more than anything. But they still stand. The Constitution still stands. They locked that guy up, no doubt, as a way to appease the Muslim extremists of the world and the United States.
Okay.
But
Daniel was saying we're making noise. I can't hear anything. I know what he's talking about.
Because of that video, they found that it violated his probation. Apparently, he'd been a bad guy somewhere along the line, and so they found a legal excuse to do it.
The guy went to thief. He got caught. That's why he was on probation. He's full of shit.
Yeah.
If you want to, you got to choose the right people to fight your battles with you. But if you hire people that are kooks like that guy, no one's going to buy into it. I mean, that guy, I read deeply about this whole thing. That guy come off as a total kook. I mean, and I was wondering, who is this guy? And the more you read into it, this guy's been in prison before. This guy's no stranger to lunacy. So when I listen to all sides of the argument, I'm a moderate. And, if you're going to sell something to me, you got to have a whole lot more than just talk. You got to have proof. And I look at both sides of every issue because I'm a libertarian, and I don't put up with the nonsense from the left or the right. So I laugh at you guys all the time as much as I laugh at the left. The point is that the moderates, hey, that's who you've got to convince if you're going to win any election, because that's who the real true swing voters are. And the moderates, they're all comprised of mostly ex-Republicans who got bummed out with the Republican Party and left. Not many liberals are that distinctive,
excrement. Yeah, family friendly, Tim. Anyway, Bill, I'm curious.
I'm just going back to the story about the guy that did those stories. That guy was, come on, that guy. That guy wound up going back to prison because he was winding up costing you and I money because he wound up caught in a whole bunch of scams.
Yeah. So they didn't just lock him up as a violation of his First Amendment rights. He kind of made his own bed there.
I believe in freedom of speech. I really do. And the beautiful thing about freedom of speech is that it can be used to hang you if you so let it do that. Mm-hmm. And that's why so many of us, if you were to stick a camera or a phone around us or a wire and record every conversation that we have, there's something out of some part of your day that would offend everyone. I mean, that's so it's kind of like that kind of gotcha thing, you know?
Well, in a way that's true, but we also have to remember that the First Amendment is also our most powerful weapon for restoring American principles to this country. So we need to put it to use as best we can, but we do need to choose our message carefully.
Yeah, well, Bill,
the other thing in respect to that whole message too, they just passed a bill that speech-free zones or protest zones, something to that regard. Secret Service has to now approve a zone to be a either protest-free zone or pro-protest zone. I don't remember exactly how it's worded.
It's like a protest-free zone around President Obama, if I remember
right. Right, exactly. So, I mean, our free speech is definitely being attacked, and they're slowly doing it behind the scenes where we don't know about it.
This
the last 10 years.
And that's one of those attacks that will last right up until a court challenge, and it will be slapped down just like every other speech restriction they have tried to hit people with. I strongly recommend that you guys get the book Eternal Vigilance by Matt Staver. It's one of the best books that I have ever read, with Supreme Court quotes telling the government what it can and cannot do. And it is written for Christians to know their freedoms. And the government gets away with a lot because a lot of Americans don't know their constitutional rights, but the Supreme Court is heavily on our side when it comes to the First Amendment.
I spoke with Matt Staver before, and I have a friend that actually worked with Matt Staver for a while in his organization. Is it Liberty Organization in Orlando? Isn't that right?
Liberty Council, I believe it is, and it's
right.
in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since I spoke with.
Now I got a question for. I got a question for you, Bill. I need to know something. In light of what's happened this last week, it was heart-wrenching murder by this. Well, there's been a lot of different stuff about this guy. That he's what is it? He's autistic or whatever that murdered everybody. That's all fine and well, but I keep hearing people say crazy. I'm going to tell you. I got to say this because this has been bothering me for a long time, and that is that there's a overwhelming number of people who have a tendency to, when somebody does something like that, to refer to it as insanity, as crazy. I'm sorry, it's not. It's evil, and there's a distinct difference. A crazy guy will pick up a gun and shoot himself in the head, and that's it. An evil person will hide what he's doing and then go out and take as many people as he can with him because he wants infamy. And in light of what's happened in this last week, Bill, I'm curious, do you have some thoughts on what's happened?
You are echoing just about exactly what my thoughts have been on this. One of the reasons we have the kind of evil we're seeing today is because years ago we let people stop calling evil start labeling it as an illness.
Hey, thank you.
So the people who should be disciplined and punished for their bad behavior have been labeled as victims of this disorder or that disorder, and it basically excuses their bad behavior. I see this shooter at the elementary school as a kid who was raised not with parental discipline, but upon modern therapy. It is a perfect example of the failure of therapy over discipline.
I agree. I'll tell you, we live in a culture that is pill happy. And I don't mean to slam our friends that are working in the pharmaceutical department. So look, I know they've come up with some great stuff. They've helped people with diabetes, they've helped people with Parkinson's and all kinds of stuff. But we are pill happy in this country. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if the reason this kid is messed up because of a generation or two or three generations of pill-popping people who end up not realizing this stuff is actually affecting their DNA. And then, and to top that off, they teach them that they come from monkeys and they get all upset when they act like animals.
Exactly. Far too many young men are growing up in a drugged stupor rather than being taught how to act like proper young men.
Now, did you
the other part of the equation, though, in respect to mental illness, is we have kind of thrown that. I mean, there's a lot of things identified as mental illness this day and time, and they are true mental illness cases. But in reality, we used to have institutions where we would institutionalize people that weren't able to cope on a daily basis. I mean, we still have those, but not to the degree that like we had back in the 70s.
We closed them all. We in the beginning of austerity cuts back in the 80s, the first thing they did was cut back on the social programs, which were all about mental illness. They shuttered the institutions. They gave the inmates a one-way ticket to nowhere. This is serious. As we reported here in Austin, a guy by the name of Sherman Smith, who was given a one-way ticket to El Paso, and they found him living in a dumpster. And they go, "What are you doing living here?" I go, "Well, they gave me this ticket, and I don't know what it's about." He was crazy.
Well, that's bureaucracy for you. That's bureaucracy right there.
And well, this is how we dealt with it. This is how we dealt with mental illness. There was no one with any money to stick up for them. They don't afford lobbyists. Of course not, and there's no money in it. So what do you think the social program was that got cut off and all these things were shuttered and sold off to private corporations? But the main thing is that there was no place for them to go. So guess what? They went out and lived on the streets. Now,
most of them are living on the streets at the same time.
When they started doing crazy stuff, they threw them in jail. So my idea, they throw them in jail. If they had half a brain, they get a criminal education for free and free square meals. And so eventually they're discharged into society again. Now take a look at, my facts will back me up on this. Since 1982, there have been 61 recorded instances of mass homicide. Now, they didn't have those before 1982 when shuttered all the institutions. This happened progressively since then, and it just keeps rolling over and over and over. So if it's not crazy people that's doing, and this is where I politely disagree with the difference between good and evil. Well, of course I believe there's a difference between good and evil. But I believe that you really have to be crazy to want to go out and kill somebody, especially kids, let alone anybody.
Well, I think it helps. I think
normal.
I think it helps. But now, Bill.
I mean, what is the definition of crazy?
Well,
all
right. You got a good point there. What is the definition of crazy? I'll tell you what. I think there's multiple answers to that, and that's one of the problems. It gets into the. It gets into one of those areas of like, well, all right, well, then we're in a gray area. Well, I think that there's a guy here that spelled it out as far as I'm concerned. This guy, Louis Gohmert, who had something to say this week on Fox News. I want you guys to listen to this clip for a minute. I think he nails it on the head. Just give him 1 minute here.
Every mass killing of more than 3 people in recent history has been in a place where guns were prohibited. These guns, except for one, they choose this place. They know no one will be armed. You know, having been a judge and having reviewed photographs of these horrific scenes and knowing that children have these defensive wounds, gunshots through their arms and hands as they try to protect themselves, and hearing the heroic stories of the principal lunging, trying to protect Chris. I wish to God she had an M4 in her office locked up, so when she heard gunfire, she pulls it out, and she didn't have to lunge heroically with nothing in her hands, but she takes him out, takes his head off before he can kill those precious kids.
What do you think about that, Bill?
Which Bill?
Wild Bill. Okay, Bill Lumen.
Oh, there I am. I had myself muted.
Oh, that's very polite of you.
The president of the NRA made a good point in his speech. He said the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And that's getting right down to brass tacks. In fact, Colonel Oliver North a couple years ago summed it up very well when he said, violence is rarely the answer, but when it is the answer, it is the only answer.
Interesting.
Hey, I know here in Ocala, as a matter of fact, I saw somebody posted on Facebook, I guess very recently. Here in Ocala, there's a internet cafe, I guess like one of those internet casino type places that they have in the Ocala area. And there was 2 younger gentlemen that actually came in armed with the intent of robbing the individuals there in the casino. And as they're pointing the gun around, they failed to notice the guy sitting in the corner, the elderly gentleman that was armed. I guess he had a concealed weapons permit, and irregardless, he ended up pulling the gun out and basically chasing them out of the establishment. And
I saw that video. That was excellent.
This is the way I feel about it too. If I'm going to be somewhere and and somebody's going to come at me with a gun, I don't have a gun, but I do prefer somebody does have a gun. Somebody needs to be armed. I believe that even some of our teachers should be armed in some way, shape, or form, or somewhere in the administration where we can lessen these soft targets. That's the way they identify them on the news. You know, another thing that happened on this incident was there was a second person that was arrested in the woods.
Yeah,
we
but
don't
Thomas,
hear what happened to that individual.
If you don't own a gun, how can you say you would prefer somebody there to have a gun? You need a gun yourself.
Oh, you're right. I do need a gun
Good
myself.
Point.
Now here's the crux of that. I live with somebody that's bipolar.
Well, what if somebody's tripolar?
Well, you have to hide.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about mixing that with that. So,
well, especially someone who's bipolar that's smart.
Well, listen, I know we've run a little bit long into our to our first hour. We're actually well into our second hour. Dana, do you have a song for us to take a break with?
Yes, I do. I have Timothy Abbott and Arcana Mundi, No Boundaries.
Excellent. Cue it up, babe.
And I'm gonna play it right now.
Awesome.
Right now.
And now it's playing. Right, somebody needs to do something really, really quickly with the sound because it's really getting on my tits.
And what's the problem? What sound?
Can you not hear it?
I hear some echoes.
We hear echo.
Yeah, it's Skype. Look, how many times I got to tell you guys this? This is nothing new. It's Skype.
Skype. We're not on Skype.
I was like, okay, it's Skype anyway. I don't care. I blame Skype for everything. I don't care if we're on Skype or not. It's Skype's fault. Stupid Skype.
You got in a car accident last week. It was Skype's fault.
Yeah. I found a zit on my neck this morning. Skype.
Is anybody listening to this using speakers and not headphones?
No.
No.
Not on this end.
I am, but my microphone is gated, so it won't pick up the sound.
No, well, I know Thomas is set up.
I'm using a phone.
Yeah, well, I know Bill's using a phone, so it's not going to be Bill. It's not going to be what. It's not going to be Wild Bill. It's either going to be Mark or it's going to be Tim.
Well, we're all on headphones here.
That's all I know.
And I know Tim's got headsets on. So Mark, it's coming from you.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Daniel.
There's some.
Blame the white guy again.
Any idea, Scotty?
No, hang on. Look, hang on. I'm being deadly serious here. There's some serious white noise, and it's awful.
I'm going to mute my mic.
Oh, it's the fan blower.
It's not
kind of like a sizzle or a fizzle.
Yeah, listen.
He just turned it on.
Yeah,
just
listen.
now.
It's not coming from Thomas.
Turn it back.
Just stop and listen for a second, okay? We are in a garage. It is 20 degrees outside. We have to stay warm. We have a heater on here in the garage, and that's what we're using so we don't freeze to death.
But that just went on.
Yeah, the vibration off the base
hear
of
you.
the speakers, I understand.
Still can't hear you.
We're going to run the heater during...
We're
running the heater during the song.
Yeah, we're running the heater now during the song.
You be flippant about it.
But the heat wasn't
Be
on
flippant
before.
about it. It makes no difference to me. It's just spoiling. It's spoiling the show for everybody else because of the noise.
Well, we don't have much choice in this issue, Daniel. We just have to live with it. It is what it is. We were lucky we even got on tonight. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, you're right about that.
Kenny?
But the noise, the noise wasn't on until about one minute ago. And he was complaining about the noise before the heater was on.
Listening to a speaker rather than to headphones.
Kenny?
Maybe.
Kenny, we would not have the show tonight if it weren't for you. Thank you.
Well, it's Bill.
I'm sorry, Bill?
And me.
We would not have a show for tonight if it weren't for you. All right, no, but seriously, if you didn't go get that thing, we wouldn't be on. We'd be dead in the water. So thank you. I appreciate it.
If it wasn't for Wild Bill, we wouldn't have an America.
that's all right.
Oh, man, now you guys are going too far.
Too far.
I ain't calling it deep. I'm calling it rack.
Not far enough. Yeah. Hey, great show, everybody. Really, we're off to a roaring start for Christmas. What did you guys want to go a little overtime? Is that what you're saying, Stephen?
Well, we're at about 26 or about 36 minutes from when the show would end.
Mm-hmm.
Let's juice it up, Stephen.
Whatever
you
you
did it before.
guys want to
do it again with Mark Mercer's help. You can rock us.
Well, that's up to you guys.
I have no
sticking around for a
problem.
little while?
Mark has no problem. Yeah. Bill has no problem. It's up to Daniel.
Scotty?
I've only got about 10 more minutes, 15 at the most.
Okay.
If Daniel could tell us when the song's about to end, I'm going to kill the power.
Okay, yeah, let's know when the song's almost
over. Daniel, where are we on the time?
We've got 1 minute and 4 seconds, and I'm not going over with that noise. It's incredible.
All right, well then
I can hear it now too.
Now that he's going
to, sounds like white noise.
You didn't hear what Scotty said. He's going to turn the fan off, the blower, as soon as we're coming out of the song. It is loud. I can hear that too.
But
then
once it's off, make sure to.
Sorry, Mark. It's awful.
It's not just the fan. We're
but
hearing
after
conversation in the
completely,
background.
let's find out if there's still a noise.
Look, I'm out of my.
We're totally quiet at our end.
Look, I'm out of...
we don't hear any noise.
Listen, I'm out of my element. I don't have the encroachments I used to have. Deal with it.
Listen, guys, nobody's blaming anybody. We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
We know what's going on.
Nobody's yelling at anybody.
We are flying by the seat of our pants, and we know it. And we don't have a problem. Do you have a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that. Do you have a problem with that?
3, 2, 1, on air.
All right, and we're back, and welcome to Mark Mercer's a very special Loving, Caring, and Sharing Christmas End of the World. Yes, it is the end of the... What time is it, anyway? I got 9:26 Eastern Standard Time. You guys still here?
You're right.
Hello, is anybody still here? Hello, is this thing on? Hello?
I'm still here.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm hearing voices.
That sounded incredibly close.
Yeah, Florida's still here.
Wild Bill's still here.
Yeah, Timothy's still here.
You still got a crowd here.
The zombies haven't taken over yet.
Awesome.
Not yet.
The crowd is good.
Mark, are you still here?
I think I am. Yes.
Here's the Mark is no longer on the air.
Oh, well.
Mark is no longer with us.
Well, it was a good run while it lasted.
Them federal agents.
I got to say...
You never know what's going to happen on Loving, Caring, and Sharing. Honestly, we've spent hours before this show started trying to make sure that everything was working right. For some reason, on Friday evenings, nothing works properly.
Yeah, that's the given.
I don't understand why that is, but that's just the way it is.
Now I'm hearing like squiggly noises in the background. It's gone now. Good. Whew.
Yeah, I kind of hear some weird stuff, too.
Yeah, well, I want to blame Skype.
You guys need to feed the hamster at your end over there.
Well, you know me. Anyway,
since we're not on Skype, I don't know if we can blame them at this point.
Now, look, Stephen, I've told you before. I'll tell you again. I blame Skype for everything. Kenny had a flat tire. What was that, Tuesday?
Skype.
Right. What was it? He had a flat tire. What was the cause? What was it?
Skype.
Thank you. Scotty, you had a door or a, what was it, the lid on the car you're working on fall down and crack you in your bald head? What was the cause of that? It was Skype, that's right. And George, you almost got yourself an 8-point buck, but you missed it, didn't you? Why?
How did you know?
How did you know
that?
I know.
We were on
Why
Skype.
didn't you get it?
Skype.
Thank you. Tyler.
He got one.
You flunked that test on Thursday.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't?
No, but his grade in Spanish dropped to a 75.
Okay, 75. And why? Skype. That's right. All right. Skype's the problem. It is. It's the software we love to hate, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, we have people tuning in from around the world. We want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas from everyone here at Loving, Caring, and Sharing. I especially want to take this opportunity to thank all of our friends who have dropped in this evening. Scotty Gleaver for graciously allowing us to use his studio for tonight's show. George for providing pizza. Tyler for providing interesting banter. And for passing the test on Thursday. And what? What are you going to say?
Well, the kid's sitting here and
Yeah,
he
he's
was
sitting
so
here.
excited to come over here.
He is, and he's sitting. You know what? He was on my show.
Trying to participate.
He is, but he's
I think you should ask him a few questions. Maybe people want to know a little bit about this kid.
Yeah, look at that face.
I mean, someday,
look at that face.
Yeah, he could be like one of us.
He could be.
Or he could be like one of them.
He could be.
Depending on the outcome of.
God forbid he's going to turn out like you lot.
We're working on it.
What's this? I got the message. This is just in for Kenny Martinez. Good. Glad to hear it. Okay, noise is gone. I wonder why. Skype. Anyway, so, and of course, we would not have the show this evening if it weren't for Kenny Martinez, who went and got us a router, or a, what was it?
Wi-Fi.
Will you put the microphone up to your mouth for the love of...
It's a Wi-Fi.
You're busy. What are you watching? You're watching Pink Floyd videos again, aren't you? Yes, you are.
No, I'm Skyping. How about that?
You dog. You're Skyping me. Quit Skyping. And, of course, I'm grateful, of course, for Daniel taking the time to produce this evening's show. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, even though it's 2:30 in the morning.
That's right. That's right. Drink another cup of coffee. You'll be fine.
I should be
That
dead.
explains why Daniel's so grouchy right about now.
Well, no. I was expecting to be dead, Thomas.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, well,
right,
well, yeah, that is a big disappointment. I'm sorry. Yeah, it didn't happen quite the way you.
Because in Daniel's world right now it is the 22nd of December.
Yeah, but now wait a minute. We've had this discussion before. I want to lay this whole question to rest right now. Yes, he's in tomorrow, but we're still in today, and when today ends and the world ends, we're dragging him back. That's all there is to it. All right, that's all I have to say about that.
Well, I got news for you. I don't think the Mayans knew anything about what they were talking about.
Maybe they just ran out of space on the calendar.
I don't think they did. And for the love of God, listen, for the love of God, if they did, do not drag me back.
And of course, I want to thank Steve Deloach for joining us this evening. Steve, thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I'm glad to be here. What I don't understand is why is anyone listening to anything that the Mayans have to say? They talked about the world ending on December the 21st, 2012.
That's right.
But they're not even around anymore.
Are you sure?
I don't think they talked about it.
Are you positive?
Well,
I think people after them talked about it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If a Mayan is around today, give us a call.
Yeah. Look at Steve. Let me tell you something. Wait. Let me say something that I knew there was a problem.
Yeah.
When I went to the mailbox today and I opened it up and I got a calendar from the Mayans.
Really?
A 2013 calendar.
You did?
So yeah, I figured there was a problem.
What did it come with, like pretty pictures or something, or
Mayan
death and destruction? What?
Mayan pictures.
Mayan pictures. That figures. They're useless.
But for the 2013.
Well, there may not be any Mayans around, but there's some Arkansasians around, like Steve Dedoach, and I'm so happy to have Steve on board again tonight.
We are not Arkansanians. We are Arkansasiers.
Arkansasiers.
Get it right.
We're not.
Correct.
You notice how, like, when you
if you're going to refer to people from Arkansas, do it correctly. Or don't
do it at all. Okay. Or
my favorite Arkansas story.
Yes. How's that?
We were working
Watch it.
No, I got two favorite Arkansas stories. First of all, I knew this guy. His name was George too. He worked in Arkansas. He was from he was from, I think, is there a place called Laredo?
There's one in Texas.
El
Dorado. George lived there, but he worked in Camden. There was an old armory. Yeah, there's an armory. He worked there for this contractor that we built some equipment for.
Right.
And one of those companies there built solid fuel rocket engines.
Cool.
Well, I called down there one time to talk to George, and he says, "Hey, you know that company that built them rocket engines?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "They ain't there no more."
Ain't there no more?
I said, "What? They moved? They shut?" No, he says, "No, they ain't there no more." He said, "The place blew up."
Get out! Did it really?
You have to see this place. There's an old armory. We made some presses for these guys that made flares.
Right.
Well, across from them, there was another one. They made these solid rocket fuel engines or something. Other places were making bombs and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And then the other one was the same guy, George, telling me about when he got divorced.
Yeah.
He knew his old lady was running around on him.
But he missed his sister?
No, she went away for like a 2-week vacation without him. Okay? No, come on, it's my story. Okay? No, listen. While she was gone, he sold the trailer they lived in.
Oh, no.
And
that's the last straw.
But listen, it gets even better. She comes back and she's raising hell with him about where she's supposed to live or something. Well, the thing is, George sold the trailer to her uncle.
Who was probably also her grandfather.
And he looked it up.
Oh, God, I love it.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh,
apologies to all the Arkansans out there.
Oh, that's great. Oh, well, I'll tell you, I think we picked on Arkansas.
That was good. No, it was good. I thought it was genius.
It is. We picked on Arkansas enough for tonight, I think. But I want to.
Tell you what, any of you guys that have bad things to say about Arkansas, come on down here to my house.
I love how when you say anything.
Come on down here to my house and say that to my face.
I love how. You notice how he gets really excited when you say anything about South.
We get the same crap here in Pennsylvania. You don't understand. We get the same crap here from people people from New York. And
about Pennsylvania.
They call it Pennsylvania and all that kind of
exactly.
stuff.
We get it all the time.
Let me tell you, that's deserved. Here in Arkansas, it's not. So come on down. Come on down. Knock on my door.
Now, look,
have you? Door,
you know, it's funny.
My face.
I talk to Steve all the time. I mean, we talk a lot. Over the last year, we've talked. What, Steve? How long? I mean, hours and hours on end, right?
Hours and hours on end.
On end. I've recorded every bit of it. But the point is that we've talked, and I noticed that when we have lengthy conversations and stuff, he'll talk very, what shall I say, non-Southernish. He speaks. His dialect seems to soften, and then as soon as I say Cajun, or I say Bowden, or I say South, anything like that, suddenly his draw just gets so thick and syrupy, and the hair stands up on the back of his neck. I can just feel it from 2,000 miles away, and you get his voice going.
He's thinking of food.
Let me tell you, just come knock on my door. Just come on, knock on my door.
This is a Christian pastor.
Say something bad about Arkansas to my face.
That's right, and he will slap you so hard you'll smell your ear. All right, well,
come on down.
Okay, enough of this. All right, so anyway, also tonight we would be remiss if we didn't mention our other friends that have joined us, and that's of course Bill Lumen. Bill, you still with us?
Hey.
There
wait,
he is.
Wait. What about mud bugs in Arkansas?
Mud bugs in Arkansas. Bring them on, baby. I'll eat them all day long.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to say.
That's all he wants to say. All right. And, of course, Bill for America joining us also. Bill, thanks so much for being with us this evening. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's been a real pleasure. And and now I'm going to be wondering for the rest of the night what a mud bug is.
Oh, come on.
Well, since you're a Yankee, you'll never know, but trust me, it's delectable.
A mud bug. Only in the South, a mud bug. Oh, they're delicious.
Clue him in.
Makes it sound like he's eating slugs or something.
Don't leave him alone.
It's a crawdad, man. It's a crawfish.
Oh, is it really?
Oh,
yeah.
I know. Yeah. Those big bugs that live in the streams down there. Yeah, okay.
That's them.
Now, by the way, we've gotten quite jocular here in the last few minutes, but I want to remind you, this is the End of the World Christmas special.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't you forget.
I'd like to remind everybody.
Yes.
That we've been joined by Cigar Dave.
Oh, really? Wow, all right. Merry Christmas, Cigar Dave.
Why, thank you, sir. Right back at you.
How you doing, buddy?
I am doing ducky, thank you.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you could join us. A little late in the game, but better late than never. I mean, the world isn't over just yet, so you made it just in time for the grand kaboom.
Just in time.
Yeah, well,
that's good. You know, all these people going on.
Yeah, well, we're expecting it any moment now.
Any moment.
Yeah, any moment. But at this moment, we also have with us Timothy A. Abbott. Timothy.
We're still here.
My man.
Hey.
Yes.
You got to cue up that song that MJ Torrance sent you guys.
Oh, we got a song by MJ.
Yes, Daniel has it.
Excellent.
It's a nice, kind of a happy, kind of beautiful, memorable song, kind of feel to it.
What's it called? Is there a title to this song?
Love We Become.
Oh. Okay.
And we're going to listen to that song, and when we come back, we're going to wrap things up here and talk about Christmas and the season for which we are in.
What about the end of the world?
Cool.
I think the end of the world has been postponed.
Oh. I figured.
2024.
What a jip. Oh, I knew it. It's too good to be true.
Well, shall we listen to the song?
Let her rip, Daniel.
Yes, let's do it, Daniel. Hit it.
It's hit.
Right. Awesome. Well done. Nicely. Very good.
And it's playing.
Yes.
What's the name
All right,
of the
guys,
song?
I'm going to scoot.
Believe.
Bye, Thomas.
Thomas, you're bugging out?
That Wild Bill doesn't know what the blood is.
The song is Love We Become.
Love We Become.
What have
Thomas, thanks for joining us, man.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you
Bill,
always. And thanks for the promos.
I do appreciate the things you do, man.
Hey, thanks for the promos, Thomas, really.
All right, brother.
Oh,
Hey,
Thomas, thanks very much for the promos.
Bill Lumen
Thank you.
Wild Bill, too, my mistake.
They sound great, Thomas.
Thomas, turn off your Do Not Disturb. I want to send you a text.
All right, awesome. we will talk to you guys later.
All right.
All right.
Merry Christmas, Thomas.
Merry Christmas, Tom.
Thomas, if I don't speak to you, happy Christmas, and thank you so much for what you've done for us.
Yeah, really.
No problem, man.
You the man.
Right, take care now.
All right, there he goes, the voice.
Right, bye.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah, that too. Happy end of the new
He
year.
does have a great voice, doesn't he?
Oh,
This is Mark Mercer's loving, caring, and sharing.
That was not me.
No, that was me.
No, were you doing Thomas? That's a terrible Thomas.
That was his American accent.
Oh,
That was brilliant.
It's awful.
America.
No, you got to.
I thought it was a pretty good American accent.
It was good.
It was good American, but it was terrible Thomas.
Asshole.
Oh, whatever happened to family friendly? Cover your ears, Tyler. It's too late. He's got headphones on. He's heard every word. You're corrupting a Ute. Congratulations.
How old is he? 15.
What's a Ute?
It's a butte.
I bet he uses worse language than we do.
Oh. All right, so we're going to come back. How much longer is on this song, Thomas? How long do we have on it?
What
You're asking Thomas.
You mean Daniel?
I'm sorry, I don't know who I'm talking to anymore.
How much have you had to drink tonight, Mark?
Let's see.
The other white guy.
4 coffees,
He has had
3
nothing
ginger
to
brews,
drink tonight. I'm
and
certain of
monkey
it.
brains covered in chocolate sauce.
We got 20 seconds. Shut up.
What's the name of the song again?
The Love We
Shut
Become.
up.
Love We Become.
What We've Become.
5,
The love we
4, 3, 2, 1. Love We Become. We're on air.
And What We've Become by MJ. Thank you so much for that song. Where were we at? Stephen, you were gonna try and make this into a Christmas thing, weren't you?
Well, here we are. It's the last 18 minutes of our show.
Mm-hmm.
This is a end of the world Christmas special.
Yes, that's true.
So I'd like for us to bring it all back together into a Christmas theme as we wrap things up.
You Jesus guys are all alike. I can always count on you for that.
Well, here's the good news. There are several of us here.
Yes.
So, that's just the way it is.
You got a point there, and I happen to be one of those Jesus guys. So, you know what?
I know that.
I'll tell you what. It is our custom here at Loving, Caring, and Sharing to end what else is new? To wrap the show up with Steve saying a prayer for us. So, Steve, would you mind firing one up to the Lord?
I would be glad.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Sorry.
I don't think your name is Steve, Daniel.
Yeah,
so,
I don't either.
Put a sock in it.
Yeah.
It
Go
is
ahead.
when you're not here.
Go ahead. Ignore the man in the corner. Go ahead, Steve.
Yes. Okay, let's say a prayer. Father, we thank you so much for the time that we've been together. We've talked about all sorts of things. We've had people from literally all over the world who've listened. We've had people literally from all over the world who've been a part of this show tonight. And this is a Christmas special. Father, help us to remember to remember what Christmas is all about. It's the birth of your Son. It's the fact that he was a gift to our earth. Lord, there's a lot going on right now. There's all kinds of things going on that are scary and that are cause us a great deal of anxiety. Help us to look to the Son, your Son, and help us to look to you. Lord, there are a lot of people that are wondering what they should do next. Help us all as we struggle with the problems that are around us to look to your Son, Jesus Christ, and to realize that there are lots of people who are talking about what the answers are for today, but that Jesus is ultimately the answer. Thank you for those of our listeners who joined us tonight. Thank you for those who have been a part of our group here on the show. Bless us and use us in your service. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
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 Nice one, Steve. Well, last year at this time, we did go around during the show, and we asked everyone what their Christmas wish was for this year. And I happen to recall every person's Christmas wish. But before I get to that, Bill Lumen, do you have a specific Christmas wish this year?
in Jesus' name, I hope we impeach Obama.
Now that's a Christmas wish if I ever heard one. How about it, Wild Bill? Do you have a?
Just call it like I see it.
Yeah. What about it, Wild Bill? Do you have a Christmas wish this year? Wild Bill?
Maybe we've lost.
Did we lose him? Daniel, is he on?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I thought there was a monitor. You can see who's in the actual X-Lite. Okay, well, then we will...
They used to be on mine.
Oh, is that right? Okay, well, let's see. If I remember correctly, last year, George wanted to have... his Christmas wish was like, good times, family, friend, hanging out, eating food. George, did you have your Christmas wish fulfilled last year?
As always.
As always? Okay.
Yeah, eating out, having family food.
Yeah. So how about this year, George? Has it changed at all? Do you have
yeah, it has.
Oh, really? What's your Christmas wish this year?
That's between me and the Lord. So
oh, okay. Well, then I'll move on to Junior. Tyler, step up to the mic.
That's simple.
Come on, pull up the mic.
Eating out, having family food.
All right, Tyler, what's your Christmas wish this year?
It's simple, but I know it's not going to
Up
happen.
to the mic.
World peace.
World peace. Well, you can't go wrong because...
God, you sound like a supermodel.
Now, listen. He is a supermodel. Well, Jesus.
That would be a nice wish.
Jesus calls us to pray for peace.
I just want world peace.
Hey.
I know it can't actually happen. I want it anyway, though.
Well, it's a biblical prayer. We're called to pray for peace. Absolutely, Kenny. I remember last year you had a specific Christmas wish. Do you remember it?
I don't.
You said, "God bless us, everyone." Have you matured in this past year?
That was young Timey Tim.
That's right. It was young Timey Tim from A Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens. So, do you have a Christmas wish for this year?
As in George, you're keeping it to myself, but I think I won't keep it to myself.
Oh, okay.
I think the preaching of the gospel for my own life.
Excellent.
In word and in deed.
That's excellent. Yeah. All right. So Kenny gets a gold star for that one. Scotty, last year at this time, I asked you if you had a Christmas wish, and you started off by saying something to the effect of, conflict in the family. And I said, yeah, well, we can help you with that. And you said, no, there is a conflict in the family, and I need resolution. And since that time, that got answered, didn't it?
Yes. I'm happy to say that the Lord definitely came through for my prayers in regards to internal problems within the family and just very difficult times, people not getting along, myself included, and it just all worked out so marvelously. I couldn't be happier.
How about that?
With the end result. So harmony again, whatever was driving us all nuts was resolved, and I just praise God for
Amen.
Hearing my prayer.
That's wonderful. Now, how about this year? Do you have a different Christmas prayer, a different family conflict going on we should know about?
Well, you know about my medical condition.
Yes, you do have one. That would be
just strength and endurance to persevere because the body's failing, and it's directly tied to the success of my business. So
right.
But the Lord has been keeping me going and giving me answers that get me through another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Steve. How about you? Do you have a Christmas wish? What's that, Bill?
Well, as a Christian believer, my hope is that not only will we look to Jesus during his birth, but that we will look to Jesus 364 other days of the year.
Okay, that's
that we will find him to be the one that motivates us, that challenges us, that causes us to bring out the best within us. If there is anything that is the answer today, it's not more taxes, it's not spending cuts, it's not a greater military or a smaller military. The answer to the problems of the world today can be summed up in one word: Jesus.
Amen. Okay, that's good for everybody. Now, what about you personally, Steve?
Can I have another one?
No.
I say
impeach Obama.
No. Hang on. I think every state.
I want to hear.
Oh, come on.
Go ahead, Daniel.
I want to hear it.
Go ahead.
Don't walk on Daniel.
Mickey out of a Brit.
He needs to be able to talk. Let Daniel speak.
Right. I think that every state in the United States should have a concealed carry law.
Okay, that's quite a Christmas wish.
Come true, Daniel.
That's
we got it here in Pennsylvania.
I think every state in the United States should be right to carry, as per the Second Amendment.
Well, according to the Constitution of the United States of America, everybody has the right to bear arms. Everybody has the right to bear arms, whether it's concealed or open.
Well, that's a wonderful Christmas wish. I hope we can all be packing very soon. Now,
listen. You can all take the piss out of me for what I believe.
No,
I believe that.
Yes.
I believe that my country has the right to bear arms. But oh no, we can't do that. Well, I hope Obama's idiocy just backfires on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
impeach Obama.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 3 times the charm.
No, seriously, I'm being absolutely deadly serious, Bill.
Okay, I heard you. I think everybody else heard you.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, Steve, what about for yourself? You didn't say if you had a Christmas wish for yourself.
Oh,
you know, are you asking me that?
Yeah.
You know, I just want to see. Well, you know, I don't know. I'm pretty happy. The Lord has blessed me tremendously. I have good family. I have good friends.
Right.
I have a place to live. I have food on the table. I guess maybe I hope that everyone enjoys the things that I have.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, how about Cigar Dave? Dave, do you have a specific Christmas wish for this year?
Well, yeah, one for myself personally. I'd like to get out of this silly state of Illinois, hopefully over to Denver, Colorado. But and I'm working on that. That'd be a great
Illinois Nazis.
Wish.
Well, I tell you what, we're gonna.
One for me, honestly, with all this attacking on the Constitution, is for my liberal friends out there, just to get a little bit of reverence for the doctrine that allows them to have such crazy views. They have absolutely no reverence for it, and they view it as a something that's in the way of what they want to do, and just a little more reverence for it. That's what I wish, my Christmas wish for the rest of the country is
All right. Well, we're gonna, what we're gonna do? We're gonna have you back next Christmas, and you're gonna tell us if it came true. How's that sound?
Well, the Denver thing probably will, but I'm not holding my breath for the liberals.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can always put 2 and 1 in my book. Now, did Wild Bill? Is he with us? No. No. We lost him. Ah, bummer. Well, we're down to our last couple of minutes here, guys, and I just want to say, well, most of you already know what my Christmas wish is, and I got it. I got to be on North Star Radio for an entire year. Can you believe that? Wow. Who'd have thunk?
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I personally.
It's amazing. I let you.
Yeah, yeah. I guess you could say that too. So anyway, yeah, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
My wish. I do want to. Seriously.
Yeah, what's that, George?
I do want to elaborate on my wishes, but you got to give me like another month or 2.
A month or 2?
Yeah, I just can't let the cat out of the bag just yet.
Well, the world's going to end long before that.
Impeach Obama.
Okay, that's part of it, George.
That's Skype's fault.
Yeah,
it
Skype's
might not
fault.
be the Christmas special, but if things are starting to fall into place here. But I just another month or so, I'll be able to go public.
Public?
Yeah.
Okay, the stock will be public 1 month from now. Everybody, be ready.
By the way, my Christmas wish came true because Illinois is being forced to write a concealed law.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
One more.
Yes.
No kidding.
Convenient.
Who'd have thunk?
That's the last one.
Well, guys,
we're
we're just about at the end of the show. I tell you, for me, I don't know about you guys, but it's the fastest 2 hours of the week. It just goes by. That's it. Boom, done. That's 2 hours.
Well, we can go on a little bit more if you want.
Oh, we can. Oh, now he tells me.
As we're wrapping it up.
I'm getting these messages from Steve. You've got 18 minutes. Yeah, impeach Obama. You've got 12 minutes. You got 7 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, all right, Steve. Yes, okay. I got you. Steve, I know. We got 1 minute left. Hurry up. Okay, good night. You know.
Mark, it doesn't matter. The world hasn't ended yet.
It hasn't? Wait a minute.
No.
Is this thing on? Mommy? Hello? Anyone?
There's some time left. The Lions are on Pacific time, so.
Well, if that's
exactly.
Well, if that's the way you all feel, I'm lighting another cigar and letting you talk for a minute. How do you like them apples? Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
See? Yeah. See? Yeah. Now carry on. Talk amongst yourselves.
I wasn't expecting you to say yes.
Yes. I need another ginger brew.
Mark,
Kenny, bring forth the Bringer brew. The Bringer brew.
Tell us, Mark. Tell us a little bit about your new career.
Oh, do you have to go there?
Yeah, I do.
I got to tell you, I am very grateful to my boss, Michael Vonner at Vonner Ford in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. He took me under his wing and is teaching me how to be a car salesman. I've never sold a car in my life, and now I've sold 3. Working on
you have? Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
You sold 3?
Yeah, sold 3. And I've been. I'd be remiss not to express my gratitude to my boss. He's a great guy. He's gone out of his way to teach me everything he knows about selling cars. And I tell you, I got to be honest with you. You know, being a Christian, you know, you hear about being a car salesman, and you know what I think. You know, I think they lump typically in with realtors. You know what I mean? Just the most despicable kind of people on the face of the planet. But
depends on where you go. Depends on where you go.
I'll tell you, I really am grateful that I don't have to be that way where I am. It's not that at all. One of the things that the boss spelled out to me right away, he said, "Look, don't lie to the customers. They know. We have an informed customer today. People read. They go on the internet. They get all the information they want. You don't have to lie to anybody. All you have to do is this. You have to listen to them. If you can listen to them, you'll find out what their needs are, what they need, what they want, and all you got to do. Will you shut up? And then all you have to do is point them.
See, the point proven.
He talks him into a car.
So anyway,
I'm sorry.
I thought somebody asked me.
Saying, "Just buy the thing so we can get out of here."
I thought somebody asked me a question. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be answering it. No,
I answered it for you.
Yeah. Very good. Anyway, it's going very well. Thank you. And
that's great. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Now we have something at Vonner Ford that you don't have. And you're going to be remiss.
Honesty?
What don't I have?
This is a bad idea. I knew this was a bad idea talking about this. You know what? I should have known better. I should have said, yeah, my job at McDonald's is going great. You know, that's what I should have said.
Anyhow, what don't I have?
You don't have warranty forever. So, yeah, you're looking at me like, what are you talking about?
So how much does that cost?
That's right. Well, how much does that cost? It costs nothing. It's something comes included at Vonner Ford. It's an exclusive deal. You buy any car from us, new or used, we are so confident in our inventory that we've included Warranty Forever, which covers your engine, your transmission, and your drivetrain for as long as you own the car. Your regular warranty will run out after, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? You will still be covered.
But it doesn't make any difference.
You will still be covered. You will still be covered. I'm not going to let him talk over me. I don't care what he says. You will still be covered for the rest of your life as long as you own that vehicle and maintain the scheduled maintenance. You don't have that on your
truck. You got to buy a maintenance plan.
You don't have that on your truck, do you?
Used vehicle as well.
That's right. On used vehicles.
It could be something.
That's
exactly. It could be something besides a Ford, right?
That's right. Yeah, our used cars, virtually all of the vehicles on our lot, used and new, are covered by Warranty Forever. So you could come in and buy a 1999 whatever or 2008 whatever, and if it's got Warranty Forever, then you are covered. And virtually all of our cars are covered. The only cars that aren't covered are cars that have over 100,000 miles.
Plug the company you're working for.
Vonner Ford, 620 North Reading Road in beautiful Ephrata, Pennsylvania. Come on down and tell Mark sent you. VonnerFord.com, WANNERFRD.com.
Plugins.
I'm Thomas Vaughn, and I endorse this
salesman. Yeah, so it's,
but that, it was Ephrata in reading.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I forgot to tell you. I got a picture. I got a picture here. I got to show you guys. I got to show you guys this picture. You're not going to believe this. There's a guy there. There's a guy there that works at Vonner that when I met this guy, I couldn't believe it. But you guys know Tom Swope, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This guy not only looks like Tom 20 years ago, but he sounds like him. Here's his picture. Look, I got a picture of us on my phone there. Look, is that Tom Swope standing next to me? Look at that, Scotty.
Very close.
It's not his twin. This is his clone. He not only he is not. I'm not kidding you. Steve, I have uncovered.
Clear. It's very clear to me and all the listeners who are listening to us now.
Yes. What's clear?
How much he looks like this other guy.
That's not it. He talks like him. He laughs like him. He hums like Tom. It's the freakiest thing. I want to get the two of them on my show. I want to have a night of. I want to call it Clone Night. I'm going to have everybody that I've met. There's another guy there named Scott. He looks like Jimmy Sullivan.
It sounds
Looks
like a
just like him.
sales angle.
I'm telling you, I have uncovered some kind of a strange cloning conspiracy, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this thing. Anyway, Vince, a great guy. He's really he's taken me under his wing and helped me a lot since I started there. Neat guy. If he's listening, Vince, thanks a lot. I really appreciate your help. And Marlene, his girlfriend. I met her at the Christmas party last week. Lovely girl from South Africa. Really neat. Just some really neat people I've met while I've been there. I've had a great time. And I'm looking forward to this next year being a very prosperous one as well. So stay tuned for details. So that's all I have to say about that. Let's see. We're going into overtime as of 3, 2, 1. Now. Okay, we're
Actually,
overtime.
as of 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes and 6 seconds ago, yeah.
Does that mean that the world blew up? Oh, wow.
Time warp.
Yes?
We're still here.
Yeah. I was really hoping this was all going to come to an end. I'm disappointed.
Oh, man.
Don't you feel disappointed?
Don't retire.
So you wanted the world to come to an end on December 21st?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you kidding? What, you got something
Well,
here?
You've got an hour and 58 minutes to go there in Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
But you know what?
Right.
I'm kind of the opinion that whether it ends now or it doesn't, that's fine with me. Whatever God wills, that's just fine with me.
Okay. All right. Well, Steve, you and I have spent a lot of time talking over this past this year. I mean, we used to talk a lot. I mean, we've known each other for 16 years now?
Closer to 18.
Is that what it is? Okay. I'm losing track. And
Yeah,
and I just remember that, of all the times that all the time we've known each other, we've spent a fair bit of time talking to each other using Skype, and I've been grateful for that because we got to know each other a lot better and hang out. And there was a lot of times last year, through the spring especially, when you were traveling and you were alone and lonely in your hotel room. You had no one in the world to talk to but me, and we spent hours and hours talking. Do you recall those conversations?
Yes, that was a pretty desperate time because if I was willing to talk to you, I was willing to talk to anyone.
Well, that may be true, but, as a result of all these different, conversations that we've had.
Don't do it.
You and I.
Don't do it.
You and I have.
I know what your demented mind.
You're going to have to get on there and say it to his face, Mark.
People just...
Steve the Doge.
I get sold short so often, even by my closest friends, that it's disheartening sometimes. But the reality is that Steve and I have had times where we have
participated. Before you say anything
just
else,
cut it out, Mark.
Let me just say this before you say anything else. Let me just do this.
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay.
Lock and load.
I don't think he was lighting a cigar. Okay. Well, anyway, for those of you who don't know, Steve and I have had a great relationship with each other, just spending time getting to know each other and hanging out and talking. And I've collected a sampling.
Mark, it's a good job you're not married.
Yeah, you can say that again. And I've collected some of these conversations and remixed them and put them into different things, little files. And right now, I would like to play for you something I call the best of Steve DeLoach.
I have never participated, I've never smoked, nor have I inhaled marijuana, nor have I ingested marijuana through hash crack. Loving, Caring, Sharing is back with the world's greatest radio host, Steve DeDoach. If you make one slip of tongue See, he records everything.
He records Malcheral. You don't want to align yourself with someone who is an utter and complete buffoon. I guarantee you he has recorded it. What are you talking about? He records everything.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can never play this without the insane cackle in the background. He records every single syllable that you say.
I can't stand listening to this vomitous mass of verbiage that comes from him.
You know, you are a sad person.
I didn't eat monkey brain. Mark Mercer is on my list. Is that what you're saying? There's the sound of hot air. It makes me vomit because he's Mark G. Mercer. Because his brain is full of mush.
Oh, gosh.
Shut up. If you look up Ninny Hammer in the dictionary, there'll be a picture of Mark G. Mercer. Oh, he's all of those things. But in Mark's case, he's not quite up to the level of a pig. Buffoon! He's obnoxious. Narcissistic. He's egotistical. He's a legend in his own mind. It's pathetic. It's truly pathetic.
It doesn't even go halfway to the top.
He's obviously a demented, troubled, disturbed individual.
Your elevator doesn't go to the top. Watch what you say, buddy. In other words, you look like Mark Mercer. When I was growing up, I had huge ears. You know for certain that what you're going to be getting is dementia. I'm not talking to you anymore. He obviously is more than half a bubble off. Don't feed the bears. I wish you hadn't said that. This is the crap he comes up with. I would slap you so hard you could smell your ears. Lord have mercy. And do not think of Mark Mercer. Ah! Golly. It's only coming from the twisted and demented mind of Mark G. Mercer. Oh, Thomas, it's horrible.
And you give me grief.
Oh, see, now you're kindling my wrath. You are, in fact, the Antichrist. And I'm thinking, who do I love? And Mark G. Mercer. Oh, now see, you're mocking me now. You are lying through your beaver teeth. You must be the Antichrist. You are an evil, wicked
wretch. I prefer
wretch.
wretch, if you don't mind.
Wretch is a good word.
Thank you.
You know what?
What?
I love you.
The best of Steve DeDoge, right here. Loving, caring, and
smoke, nor have I inhaled.
Yeah, I better shut that off.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. And it should be a warning to everyone who is participating in this program, because he records every syllable that's said.
That's true.
And then he plays it back for all the world to hear.
No, wait a minute. I select.
I ain't running for Senate no more.
I select special sentences.
Bill, don't think you're going to get off that lightly.
Yeah, Bill. I'm sure he's recorded everything you've ever said.
Oh, yeah. Don't count on it. Yeah.
Oh, God. Don't impeach Obama. Don't impeach Obama.
Yeah.
It's not just the FBI that's recording what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's also Mark G. Mercer.
That's right. So we've
Big
got double the
brother
evidence.
Mark.
That's right. Yeah, but it's all been in good fun, hasn't it, Steve? Steve, hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
No.
No. 16 years you've been dealing with me. Why, Steve? Why do you do this to yourself?
Well, you keep saying 16 years. It's 18 years.
Because he felt sorry for you.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah?
I have dedicated my life to helping.
Years of recordings.
I have dedicated my life to helping those who are underprivileged.
Like me.
And I can't think of anyone more qualified for the term underprivileged than Mark G. Mercer.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because he's a window licker.
But I guess the question is, when we finally come to your senses and realize the futility of trying.
Well, I'm thinking it's right now. So with that, I am going to bid you adieu. Goodbye.
No, you're not. You're not going anywhere. Goodbye. You're staying right there, fat man. If you don't even think of it. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hello?
Uh-huh.
I'm
Where
thinking
did
that maybe
go?
I'm thinking that maybe it's time for a coup.
Oh, really?
Daniel, don't you think it's time for a coup?
A coup? Well, I haven't been coodled all year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. I was coodled a while ago.
I think it's time for a coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat.
And that Mark G. Mercer should be removed
from his throne.
Loving, caring, and sharing from henceforth.
George, stop nodding your head.
You want me to throw his bike in the creek?
You already did that. You're going to have to throw my microphone in the creek. Yeah.
I think you should throw Mark in the creek.
Ah, come on. Well, George knows I don't like going cold swimming.
See, you did this for 18 years. We didn't do it for 18 minutes. He come down the hill there, said two things, beat the crap out of him, threw his bike in the creek, and that was it.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was me and Larry. The both of us. We were both victims of you.
Poor Larry. He didn't say a thing.
You guys, poor Larry. You clocked him right in the jaw.
Well, let me tell you, I'm fully convinced that 18 years of working with Mark Mercer will ensure me the finest mansion in heaven.
I'd have to agree with that. One of the best, anyway. Maybe not the finest. I mean, there's Billy Graham, Mother Teresa.
No, the best. The best. In fact, Billy Graham, if he's listening right now, would agree with me 100%.
And if Mother Teresa was still alive, she'd have to shake her head up and down, too.
Mother Teresa was exactly who I was thinking of as well,
right.
And she would be nodding, saying, "Yes, bless you, my son."
Yeah. You really have had a difficult life these past 18 years, haven't you?
Yes, it's been very difficult.
Trying. Hard.
15 of those were recorded.
Yes.
That's right.
Probably 18 of those were recorded.
About that.
Because he records. He's
everything.
Recording right now.
Yes, I am. Of course I am. You know I am.
Yes, of course.
Why wouldn't I? This is classic stuff.
He's recording now so that he can play it back. Because he is a demented soul. He loves to pull the wings off of butterflies.
No, just flies. Butterflies are pretty. Yeah, that's not a fair.
So
stink bugs. Stink bugs.
Saying,
I like to pull the wings off stink bugs.
He is a demented soul who needs salvation, and I'm trying very hard. But I'm feeling like the Lord is saying, "Son, I'm going to release you from this because Mark is a lost cause."
Shake the dust off your feet as you leave.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I have? You know what I have to say to all that?
Chiro.
I'll tell you, I love this time of year. I love getting together with my buddies.
It feels like we just did this,
Yeah, last year.
The year went by quick.
Yeah, we're sitting kind of almost the same kind of a table, just a few yards down the street from where we were before. Same group of guys plus one. Dude.
Bringing them up, man.
Yeah, man. You got to get that microphone closer to you, George, just a little bit.
Now, if only I had more to say.
Yeah, if only.
You do.
He does.
You're just not, assert yourself.
I don't know what to say, honestly.
You know what? I think it's because you're here, George. Why don't you go outside for a while? Then he can open up.
Impeach Biden.
Yeah, they won't put him in jail for that. Yeah. So, it's Christmas time.
Christmas
time is Christmas time. At Christmas time, it's Christmas time. That's the spirit of Christmas, my friends.
Now we just need a death metal remix.
Timothy, you still with us?
That's the way the world should end.
Yeah, really. Timothy, are you still there? Uh-oh, what happened? What's that? Ending?
He gave up.
And he did?
He gave up.
Yeah, I was sick of listening to your drivel.
Is that what it was? Okay. All right. So we got, 16 minutes left? Is that right?
16 minutes.
Okay. Steve?
Yes, sir.
The floor is yours.
You give me the floor. Wow.
The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. Here at the end of the year, as we are celebrating Christmas, and are tongue-in-cheek viewing the end of the world, I am reminded that what makes us rich indeed is not our possessions, is not our wealth, is not the amount of money in our bank account, but in fact is the friends that we surround ourselves with.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that I'm pretty poor.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Yes, go on.
Impeach Hillary.
She's leaving anyhow.
Yeah, she's out of here.
She's leaving anyhow.
Yeah, she's falling down all the time anyway. Go, carry on, Steve.
Yeah.
You're being very poetic. Carry on, please.
I'm just saying that what makes us wealthy indeed is our friends, our family, our loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
those that we surround ourselves with.
Mm-hmm.
And in spite of the ridicule and the derision that I
Mm-hmm.
experienced from Mark G. Mercer,
Mm-hmm.
I am glad to be here this evening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to encourage everyone to have a very Merry Christmas
Mm-hmm.
and a Happy New Year.
Oh, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, Steve.
Thank you.
Yes, that's wonderful.
That's beautiful.
And with that, you have 14 minutes.
14.
Hey, can we impeach King George?
I don't know. Can we, Daniel? Is that possible?
I'm sorry?
King George.
Can we impeach King George?
He has power.
We'd have to dig him up first. Okay. That's
Boy,
it?
you know, I'm beginning to see a theme to Bill Lumen's comments.
You think so?
It's impeach everyone. He just wants everyone impeached.
Well, you know, he's got a good reason
Hell,
for that.
impeach me. I don't care.
Yeah, well,
Okay, you're
yeah.
impeached. Congratulations.
Now, impeachment doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be like going
Hang on.
anywhere.
You
I
can't
mean,
impeach a citizen.
I mean, they impeached.
You
Oh, wait a minute.
Didn't they impeach Clinton? Didn't he get impeached? But it didn't do anything.
Yes.
They impeached
He
him back
was
during
impeached.
the.
But not convicted.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you cannot impeach a citizen. Impeachment is only for the hierarchy, so you can only impeach the president.
That's right. The only thing we.
Well, now that's not entirely true. Bill Lumen is trying to run for senator of the great state of Georgia.
Right.
He could, in fact, be impeached.
Before he's elected?
No, he couldn't. Not until he was senator. He couldn't be impeached.
That's correct.
Well,
he
could he
be impeached once he became a senator?
Well, could he be shunned?
Listen, don't you tell me I don't understand the Constitution, thank you.
You don't understand the Constitution? Well, we'll explain it to you. All right, first of all.
You're just a Brit. What do you know?
Yeah, what does he know?
More than you, quite clearly.
More than you Arkansasian twit.
Okay, come. No, it's not Arkansasian. It's Arkansas. Daniel, come to Arkansas and say that. Just knock on my door and say that. That's all I'm asking.
I will.
I will.
I got some flyer miles I'm willing to donate.
You know, Daniel, I really wish you would knock on my door because I'd invite you in, treat you to great
and then
food.
kill me.
Yeah, you could. We could have a Skype cast. We could have video.
I would never kill you.
Never?
I would invite you in. We would enjoy a good meal, and then we would plot the demise of Mark G. Mercer.
I was just gonna say. I knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. I never get a break, not even at Christmas.
What? Even though I got you on the fact that you can't impeach a normal person.
A normal
No,
person.
I wasn't. Listen.
Yes.
First of all,
I'm normal.
Bill Lumen is far from normal.
Okay.
Secondly, I was not implying that
Yes.
we should impeach him as a normal person. I was implying that once he is elected as senator, then we would impeach
Then
him.
he can be impeached.
That's
See,
correct.
now you're backtracking.
No, I'm not backtracking.
Is your
I'm not
Christmas wish?
Obama there, Steve.
Bill Lumen, come to Arkansas.
I'm going
here we go.
You motherfucker.
Annual censoring.
Bill Lumen, come to Arkansas and say that.
That would be like an SEC contest.
I think so.
I'm just.
Georgia, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is Christmas time, and I'm.
Who let the dogs out?
It's Christmas time.
How about them dogs?
Yeah. I'm just tickled. I'm just tickled we got to do tonight's show. I really am. I didn't think we'd pull it off. I was, I had my doubts. Scotty was reading me the riot act of reality about 4 or 5 hours ago.
Well, actually, we've never had a show where we didn't have internet or Skype or other problems. And tonight was just like that. I mean, you came in literally 5 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I remember, what was it, back in, was it August or September? We did the show one night, and we were just about on the air. Wait, what? You were doing the countdown? What was it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, live. And the lightning struck. My electricity went off, and you guys are sitting there waiting for me to. Yeah, I was gone. It was like
we had to do a 2-hour show without Mark there. That was the end
of the world.
That's right. I talked to Bill, and Bill calls me up. He goes, "I can't get in the show," and I go, "Neither can I." Yeah, we were all hosts that night. But you know what? You won it. You know, Steve, you won it.
And remarkably, there were thousands of people that listened to that show when Mark wasn't here.
Yeah, and
the ratings were never better.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't have the presence of mind to remember to record it, so we've lost that one. It's gone to the ages, but you'll have that. It's life. You know.
Don't worry, we can get it from the FBI.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, to our friends down at Quantico, if you wouldn't mind, send that care of Mark Mercer at lovingcaringandsharing.com. Thank you. Well, we're just
UPS. Don't rely on government mail.
No, that's it. Seriously, send it to Mark at northstar-radio.com.
Thank you.
That's correct.
Right. Okay, well,
Daniel, you're begging.
And we'll have it. And Quantico, I'm sure, does have it.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure some poor sod is stuck in some little cubicle somewhere listening to this nonsense saying, "Oh, when are they going to end it?"
Little cubicle? Do you see that? Have you ever been down there lately? You've seen the big building they put up right off the highway there.
No, I haven't. Why?
Jesus.
Pretty impressive.
It's just a whole new
Quantico.
Pretty impressive.
Your tax dollars at work.
Well, that's good to hear.
Well, you know, if Quantico is listening to this radio program, then that is a sad state of affairs.
Why is that?
For the U.S. justice system.
Yeah, I can use the publicity. What are you talking about? I got nothing wrong. I'm totally in favor of them. CIA, NSA, NSTV. Who else is there, Kenny?
FBI, TSA.
MOUSD.
Yeah, Steve.
NTSB.
NTSB. All of them. Get them all on here. Come on, guys. Tune in. You don't know what you're missing.
Well, that would certainly boost our listenership. That's
yeah, by at least 2, maybe 3 different agencies. You know.
If we can get the government employees off the pornography and onto Mark Mercer, we're good.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it better myself, Bill. Yeah.
Well, you know, and that would double our listenership if there were 2 of them listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable. You see what I have to put up with, Scotty?
Yes.
It's torture.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Scotty's thrilled that.
And on that note, can we end the show?
No, not yet.
I really need to go to bed.
Yeah, let him go to bed.
Oh, let him
yes,
go to bed. Let him go to bed.
We've got 7 minutes to wrap things up. So, Mark, if you've got any words of wisdom, which I know that's a real stretch, but if you've got any words of wisdom, now would be the time to disseminate those to our listeners.
What's disseminate mean?
A prayer would be nice.
How do you spell disseminate? I can't.
Not inseminate.
Incinerate? Incinerate? You want me to incinerate my words? Kenny, are you spelling that right?
Yeah.
What was that?
FBI and TSB.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yes, Steve, I do
Mark,
have.
We don't need to know what you do with the dogs.
I do have.
That's right.
I walk them. What are you talking about?
We're talking about inseminate.
No, incendiary.
It was disseminate.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's not the point. The point is it's Christmas time. Christmas time, oh, Christmas time. At Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Wake up, Kenny, come on. At Christmas time, it's Christmas time. At Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my great pleasure to host Mark Mercer's Loving, Caring, Sharing Christmas End of the World Special, brought to you exclusively on North Star Radio. Thank Daniel Davison for hosting tonight's program. Tonight's show was also co-hosted by Stephen Deloach. We were joined this evening by Bill Lumen, Wild Bill for America, Timothy Abbott, and our Canamundi, as well as Cigar Dave and the gang, which is Scotty, George, Tyler, and Kenny. I'm Mark Mercer, thanking you all for joining us. Oh, that's right, and Thomas Vaughn. And I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening and let you know that we'll be back on again. We just don't know when. And we'll post it on Facebook when we are. And I want to wish all of you a lovely Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
God bless everyone.
All right, well, that's it for tonight's show. Thanks for joining us. Steve, thanks for co-hosting. Always a pleasure. God bless you all. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.